Hello, you. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Yaz, and this is a restorative practice focused on helping you to be present and to find gratitude in being in this present moment, in this present body, and in this present life. And so that will be the intention behind today's practice. And if you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. And we'll be standing to start in this practice. If you aren't already on your feet, you can go ahead and meet me standing up. And once you're there, you can bring your feet about the width of your hips. And we'll take a big inhale to sweep our arms out and up above our head. Like arching your back. Exhale, you can release them down. Inhale again, arms up. Big stretch. Exhale, slowly bring them back down. One more time, inhale, both arms up. Exhale, sigh it out, bring them down. On this next inhale, we'll bring both arms up again. We'll interlace our fingers and flip our palms up and away, stretching nice and tall. And on this exhale, we'll tilt our top half over to the left. Getting a nice side body stretch here on our right side. Try to place an even amount of weight in both hips, so not leaning over to the left. Inhale here. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Focus on grounding through your feet. Last inhale here. Exhale, you can come back up to center. Inhale again to stretch nice and tall, extending your head towards the ceiling. And exhale, and go ahead and reach to the right. So again, even weight distribution in both hips. Focusing on the sensation of your left rib cage expanding with each inhale. Releasing any tension you're holding with each exhale. Last inhale here. Exhale, we'll gently bring our hands up and come back to center. One last inhale here. We'll turn and face the top of the mat if you weren't already. So inhaling, hands up high. And on this forward fold down, we're gonna go down like a wave. So arch from your shoulders, your upper back, all the way to your lower back. And find your way down to a forward fold. And once you're there, you can inhale to lift your toes. And spread them. And exhale, plant them down into the mat. And we'll just alternate them a bit here. So you can bend one knee and then bend the other. Gently bringing yourself into this practice, into this present moment. And seeing how slowly you can move. There is no rush here. And you can come to still. We'll inhale here to come up on our fingertips, coming to a half lift. And as we exhale, we'll walk our hands to the right, so just outside of our right foot for a gentle twist, ensuring both feet are still pointed towards the front of the mat. Both knees are still pointed towards the front of the mat. It's only your top half that's reaching diagonally down. Focus on the sensations you're feeling in your body at this moment. If the ground is not accessible at this moment, you can rest your hands just outside of your right leg. Relax your neck. And inhale here. Exhale, you can walk your fingers back through the center, and this time over to the left side, so just outside of your left foot. Inhale here. And exhale, release any tension. And don't feel like you have to lock your knees out here. You can add a slight bend, just so we can keep our blood circulating through our legs here. And inhale here. Exhale, you can walk your hands back to the front of the mat. And from here, we're going to step our right foot back, coming to a high lunge, but with our hands still on the mat. So those back toes are curled under. Your front knee is directly aligned over your front ankle. So not going past those front left toes. If you find yourself with your knee past your toes, you can scoot that front leg up. But we're here with our hands on the mat, on our toes. We'll inhale to lift up onto those back toes, getting a nice stretch in our feet. And as we exhale, we'll lower that back heel closer to the mat. A few more like that. Inhale, coming up on your toes. Exhale, lower that heel to the mat. Inhale to toes. Exhale to the mat. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale up on your toes. Exhale and hold this pose here, really pressing through your heel, whether it's touching the mat or not. Mine is not touching, so there's no pressure for you to bring yours to the mat. But feel the stretch along your calf. Inhale here. Exhale, send your breath to your calf. Last inhale here. And exhale, bend into that back right leg to step it back up to meet the left. And we'll bend and straighten each knee again just to shake out what we just did. Notice any difference you feel in your legs. And we'll come to still and do the same on the other side. So inhale here, flat back, shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale to ground down through your hands and step that back left foot or your left foot back, coming up onto your toes in this high lunge. Again, notice where your right knee is. If it's over your toes, scoot your right foot up, and we'll inhale here to come up onto our back left toes. Exhale to lower your heel closer to the ground, ensuring there's some space in between your shoulders and your ears. Go ahead and roll those down. Inhale again here, coming up on your toes. Exhale, lower to your heel. 3 more just like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale and hold at the bottom. Sending your breath into your left calf. And breathing here. If this is uncomfortable on your fingertips, see if you can come onto your fists. That might feel a little bit better, but we're only here for a few more seconds. Inhale here. And exhale, bending into that back left foot to step it up to the top of the mat. And we'll press through our feet to slowly roll up with your head coming last, 1 vertebrae at a time. See how slowly you can move. And from here, we'll come to a wide-legged stance so you can turn your feet to face the long edge of your mat. And once you are there, we'll do some shoulder rolls. You can rest your hands by your side Inhale to roll your shoulders up by your ears, and exhale to roll them back and down. Excuse me. Inhale, shoulders up by your ears. Exhale, back and down. And do a few more of these at your own pace, following your breath, allowing yourself to be present here in this moment. And we'll go in the opposite direction. So inhale, shoulders back and up by your ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. And just like before, following your breath, trusting the pace that your body wants to go, but challenge yourself to move slower than you normally would. There's no rush. And inhale here, last one. Exhale. You can release your shoulders down, and we're just going to shake our arms out so you can gently start to sway your body and your arms from side to side, letting your hands hit against your body. And when I do this activity, I like to think of when I'm at the car wash and I'm getting the dirt off my floor mats. You know, when you do that, you like to hit your mats together, or you like to hit them against something. And so just imagine any dirt, any excess energy, anything that doesn't belong to you falling off with each touch against your body. And we'll start to slow our sway here, getting the last bit of irrelevant energy off of us. And from here, I invite you to just flick your fingers, roll your wrists, do whatever feels good in your hands, especially if you're someone who sits at a desk a lot, or you look down at a computer, you do a lot of typing. You can roll your wrists forward and backward, shake them out, whatever feels organic in this moment. Trust what your body is telling you that it wants. Shaking off whatever bad energy, irrelevant energy is left. You can look as silly as you want. All right, and we'll come to standing still, and we'll lift both arms out and up, inhaling, reaching nice and tall. Exhale, hinging from your hips, so we're not arching our back, but we're keeping a nice straight back. Coming down to your fingertips on the ground. Inhale to press up through your fingertips, lifting halfway with a flat back. While you're here, imagine someone's pulling your forehead forward while pressing your hips back. So spine is nice and long here. And I invite you to sway gently. Sway your hips. This is one of my favorite ways to stretch my hips in the morning. And inhale here to come back to reaching on your fingertips. Exhale, fold down. And in this forward fold, imagine that if the ground were to rise, the top of your forehead would be what comes in contact with the ground, or the top of your head, not your forehead. So bring your forehead to be over the ground. And while in forward folds, I also like to grab my ankles and pull a little bit, or you can walk your hands straight through the middle. Just listen to your body, see which one you like in this moment. That might change from day to day, But whatever you like in this moment, I invite you to find that posture, and we'll be here for a few breaths. You can add some swaying movement if you'd like. Relaxing your neck. And inhale here to come to still. You can release your hands to the ground if they weren't already there. Exhale, we'll find our way to a comfortable seat. All right, so I'm going to be in easy seat, which is crisscross applesauce. And once you are in your seat, you can bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly. And we'll sit up nice and tall here, again elongating that spine. Imagine someone pressing your hips down while the top of your head is coming up towards the ceiling. And inhale here through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale again here through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Last inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Now we're going to take more intentional breaths here. So we're going to go into a 4-part breath exercise. And so first I'll invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze if you haven't already. And I will count you down to the count of 5. We're going to inhale through our nose. Then we're going to hold our breath with a full belly of air for 5 seconds. And then we'll exhale for 5 seconds. So slow, intentional exhale. And then we'll hold our breath empty at the bottom for 5 seconds. So go ahead and take one last regular breath here before I start counting us down. Inhale. Exhale, empty yourself of air. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. And we'll start here. So go ahead and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath at the top for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow exhale through your mouth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your stomach empty at the bottom. Don't take any more air for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale again here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, pause for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow exhale out your nose this time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold empty at the bottom for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold empty at the bottom for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Inhale here through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out your mouth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold empty for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, best one here. Inhale nice and big through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out your mouth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold empty last time for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can breathe normally here. We'll keep our hands where they are. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your face feels if you were clenching due to any discomfort. Notice if your shoulders tensed up and made their way back close to your ears. If so, I invite you to go ahead and roll them down and back, finding your way back to your tall, extended spinal seat. And we'll go into some neck rolls here. So inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Chin to chest. So slowly rolling here. And inhaling once your right ear finds your right shoulder. Feeling that stretch along the left side of your neck. Exhale, roll your chin back to your chest. So we're only rolling forward here. Inhale as your left ear meets your left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest, taking your time. Move with your breath here. See how slowly you can go. And then not judging yourself, accepting where you are in this moment, which is part of finding gratitude in the present. Last inhale here. Exhale, you can release and bring your neck back upright. We'll drop our hands now. If you need to straighten or stretch your wrist out a little bit here, you can. We'll bring our hands to our knees and do some seated cat and cow for a few rounds. So as we inhale, we'll bring our shoulder blades closer together, lifting our chest and our chin. Exhale, roll your shoulders forward, bring your chin to your chest. Again, inhale to open up. Exhale to roll it in. And flow with your breath again here. Allowing yourself to be present. Releasing any outside thoughts that don't serve you during this yoga practice. Try to fit in 2 more wherever you are. Again, not rushing though, so still following your breath. And inhale. Exhale. Find your way back to an upright seat. And we'll extend our right leg to the front of the mat. So with your right leg, or not to the front, but out to the side, we'll bring the sole of our left foot to touch the inside of our right leg. And you can rest your hand just in front of your right leg. We'll inhale to lift our left arm up high to the sky. Exhale, we'll start reaching towards the right side of the room. And while you're here, you can flex your right toes towards your face. Inhale here to elongate your spine, rolling your shoulder back. Exhale, pressing your left hip down into the mat as you reach. Focus on your body and the sensations you feel, allowing those sensations to help you stay in this present moment. You may even be able to go inside of those sensations once you focus on them enough. A few more breaths here. And Inhale, nice and big for the last time. Exhale, you can cartwheel your hands up with your left hand coming diagonally just outside of your left hip. And this time the right hand is going to rest on your left knee. We're going to find a twist here. So inhale to sit up nice and tall, rolling your shoulders down. Exhale, leading with your left shoulder to twist to the left. So don't worry about looking all the way behind you. You can preserve your neck by just twisting your left shoulder, getting a better stretch in your cervical spine. With each inhale, sit up taller. With each exhale, as you release that air from your belly, stretching a little bit further with that left shoulder. Again, going inward, noticing what you feel in your body without judgment. Last inhale here to sit up tall one last time. Exhale, coming out of your twist, this time bringing your chest in line with your right leg. We'll rest our hands down to the mat with our palms facing up. And we'll inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale, coming into a passive forehead to knee pose here. So allowing your top half to gently fold down, allowing your spine to round, still keeping those right toes engaged, them facing or reaching towards your face. Inhale here. Exhale to get a little heavier, relaxing your neck, letting your body hang. Allowing gravity to take some of that load off of you. Notice your face. If you're clenching your jaw or if your tongue is to the roof of your mouth, I invite you to add some space in between your teeth. Last inhale here. Exhale, you can gently use your hands to guide yourself back upright. I'm going to scoot down a little bit as we go into our last pose on this side. So bring both hands just outside of your left hip. You can inhale here to sit up nice and tall. Exhale to walk your hands down until you find yourself resting on your left side and on your left hip. So your right hip can come off of the mat a little here, getting a nice stretch along our left side body. Inhale here. Exhale to allow yourself to get nice and heavy. If it's too much to keep that top right arm straight, you can rest your forearm in front of your face on the mat. Just allowing yourself to be grounded here. Allowing yourself to be present. And inhale here. And exhale, use your hands to guide yourself back upright. And from here, we'll do that same sequence on the left side. So this time, bending your right knee, extending your left leg, solely your right foot just inside your left leg. Rest that left hand inside of your left leg. We'll inhale to extend the right arm up. Exhale to laterally extend, reaching over to the left. Inhale to roll your right shoulder back, so not in front of your face, but just outside of your ear. Exhale to press that right hip down into the mat. Good. Focus on your breath here. Feeling your right rib cage expand with each inhale. Last inhale here, really reach. Exhale, bring that right hand just outside of your right hip. We'll come to our twist, left hand on your left knee. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist, leading with your right shoulder. So again, to protect your neck, you don't have to worry about looking behind you. Just focus on being in this present moment, using the sensations in your body to do so. Inhaling to sit up tall. Exhaling to twist that right shoulder back a little bit more. Left toes still engaged. One last inhale here, sitting up tall again. Exhale, you can release, bringing your chest to face your left leg, flipping your palms up as they rest on the mat. We'll inhale here, rolling your shoulders down and away from your ears. Exhale to come into that passive fold. So relaxing your neck, getting heavier with each breath, and noticing any sensations in your body. Last inhale here. Exhale, take your time using your hands to bring yourself back upright. Bring our hands just outside of our right hip. And we'll inhale here. Exhale, you can start to walk your hands away from your body until you find yourself resting on your right side and on your right hip. Breathe here. Notice how you feel. And inhale here. Exhale, you can roll over onto your stomach. Coming into a Sphinx pose, so resting on your forearms. And I know we usually suggest people to have their elbows just under their shoulders. If you want a little bit less of a bend in your lower back, you can walk your elbows forward a little more. But wherever you are, we'll inhale here. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears and imagine you're pressing up off of the ground. So chest is up, nice and open. And also try to imagine your pelvis is tucking into the mat so that we can protect our lower back here. Chest is still open. Inhale here. Exhale if you'd or will lift our left leg up. Look over your left shoulder at your left leg. Exhale to lower it down, bringing your gaze back to the front. Inhale, lifting your right leg, turning around to glance at it. Exhale, you can lower it down. Inhale again, left leg up. This time, if you would like, you can reach back and grab, if I could find mine, grab your left foot and pull it closer to your body for a quad stretch. If it feels better, you can come down to your forehead to make this a little more passive. Otherwise, you can stay up on your forearm, whatever feels best in this moment. And feel this nice stretch in your quads. And inhale here. Exhale, you can release your left leg. We'll repeat the same thing on the right leg. So inhale to lift your right foot up to the sky. Exhale, if you like, you can reach back and grab it. Otherwise, you can stay with your foot lifted. And only pull until you feel a good enough stretch in your quads. So no need to overdo it here. We are finding peace and contentment with where we currently are. So that means not forcing, but accepting and noticing, free of judgment. Keep focusing on your breath here. Although you're on your stomach, still try to see how deeply you can breathe. Last inhale here, squeeze your leg. Exhale, you can release your leg down. Bring your hands to the mat and we'll press up. Finding our way to a child's pose. So you can bring your big toes together, your knees wide to the width of the mat. Resting your hips onto your heels and seeing how slowly you can enter child's pose. So really taking your time, even adding a sway if that feels good. As you walk your hands forward, bringing your forehead to the mat. Once you're there in child's pose, take an inhale. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears, resting your forearms on the mat. Feel this nice opening in your hips and this release from your back. And allow yourself to be nice and heavy here. Allow yourself to be in this present moment. Again, using whatever sensations you feel in your body to keep you here in the now. Not in the past, not in the future, but here right now. Inhale here. For these last few seconds, if you'd like, you can bring your arms closer together, allowing your palms to touch. And you can bend at your elbow, bringing your thumb towards the back of your neck. Getting into your triceps and your armpit area here. with this prayer pose variation. And inhale here. Exhale. If you bent your elbows, you can bring your hands back to the mat. We'll find our way to our backs. Okay, and once you are on your back, you can bring your feet flat to the mat, to the width of your mat, and we'll do a couple of windshield wipers here so you can let your knees fall over to the right, inhaling, and then exhale as you bring them over to the left. And do a few of these at your own pace. Again, seeing how slowly you can move, how much you can be in this present moment without rushing. See if you can reach each side one more time. All right, and once you're done, we'll bring both feet back flat to the mat. We'll extend our right foot up to the sky, looking at our toes. Inhale, flex those toes towards your face. Exhale, bend at your right knee and rest your right ankle on top of your left knee. Now, if this is enough of a stretch for you, you can stay here. You can gently press into your right knee to open your hip. Otherwise, you can lift your left leg off the mat. You can either rest your hands just behind your left thigh or just under your left knee, wherever is accessible and whatever feels the best in this moment. But wherever you are, inhale here, flex those right toes. Exhale, release any tension. Let your shoulders be heavy so you can pull your legs closer to yourself without your shoulders being lifted. Just use your hands. Notice what you feel in your body. Last inhale here. Exhale, you can drop your left foot back down, uncross your right leg. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So right foot flat, inhale to extend your left leg to the sky with those toes pointing towards you. Exhale, cross your left ankle over your right leg. Again, if this is enough, you can use your left hand to press that left hip open. Otherwise, if you like a little bit more, you can lift your right leg off the mat. And same as before, find your hand placement. And once you're there, take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, release your shoulders and send that breath to your hips. Left toes are still engaged here. And last inhale here. Exhale, you can release your feet to the mat. We'll do those windshield wipers one last time. Letting them fall to one side and then to the other side. And then once you're done, we're going to lift and bring our knees towards our body. You can wrap your arms around yourself and gently rock from side to side, getting a little spinal stretch here. And then you can come to still. Inhale to open both arms out wide to a T. Exhale, let your knees fall over to the right, coming to a twist. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat. If your left shoulder is lifting up, you can lift that left arm and bring it a little closer to your body, just so you can still get the most out of this pose. Wherever you are, notice what's happening inside. What are you feeling? What thoughts are arising? Inhale here. Exhale, release any lingering, any external thoughts, anything that has nothing to do with helping you to relax and be in this present moment. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees back up through the center. And this time we'll let them fall over to the left side. And again, noticing if both shoulders are on the mat. If your right shoulder is lifted off the mat, again, you can bring that right arm closer to your body without judgment. Just notice what you feel. And inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees back up through center, and we'll hug ourselves one last time. Coming into a little ball. Inhale to squeeze. Exhale to extend your legs down. Resting your arms either at your side with your palm facing up, or you can rest one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. If this is uncomfortable, if you find that your lower back is coming off of the mat, you can come back to having your feet flat, and you can rest with your knees touching each other, so that could add a little bit of relief to your lower back. But wherever you are, I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze and start focusing on your breath. Taking deep, intentional breaths here. Tracing and following your breath as it moves from your lower belly, through your rib cage, through to your chest. And then notice your chest deflate, your ribs, to your lower belly. And while you're here, notice where you're in contact with the mat. Notice the earth supporting you. And I invite you to repeat the following affirmation after me. At any given moment, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. At any given moment, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Inhale to breathe in the affirmation. Exhale to release any resistance of that statement. And I'll give you about a minute or so. I'll give you some moments to focus on what it means to accept yourself, to accept your body, to accept your life, and to be present, not living in the past or the future. And I'll give you space to reflect on that now. If your mind begins to shift to anything that isn't relevant to this practice, I invite you to come back to focusing on your breath, or you can repeat the affirmation at any given moment. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is your reminder to come back to the present moment. If you begin to drift elsewhere, focus on your breath. And inhale here. Exhale, you can gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes to wake yourself back up, eyes still closed or lowered. And you can roll your wrists. You can flex and point your feet. And when you're done, you can roll onto either side. And we'll briefly rest here in fetal pose, reflecting on how we feel after completing this practice. And inhale here. Exhale, using your hands, press up into a comfortable seat, taking your time. And once you're in your seat, you can inhale to bring your arms out wide, then up above your head, taking your time. Exhale, palms together, bringing your hands to your third eye, your forehead, to remind yourself to be mindful of what you consume, to be mindful of what you allow yourself to believe. Then moving your palms to your lips to remind yourself to speak life-giving, affirming, fulfilling words, not only to others, but most importantly, to yourself. You can't expect other people to speak to you nicely and handle you with care if you don't lead by example and do so for yourself. And we'll bring our palms now to our heart center to remind yourself that you are loved, you have a purpose, and you are exactly where you are supposed to be in this moment. There are no mistakes. And inviting you to invite gratitude wherever you are. And we'll bow forward here. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find some relaxation and some gratitude for this present moment, this present body, this present life. And a special thank you for being a part of my yoga teacher journey. This class is going towards the teaching requirements for my 500-hour teacher certification. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm open to any and all feedback. Let me know how you feel. But I look forward to seeing you back here again. Bye. Take care of yourself.